Hello and welcome. This is Stephen in wonderful Wiltshire. We're just getting underway. I'm just making sure that the transmission is going through. I think it is, which is good. We're going out to the website today. Not been there in a while, but we are live on the website. So all is good. We're also live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So if you're watching live there, thank you. Welcome to this live broadcast. It's 30 minutes. Which is all about live video sales training, and the broadcast, as it says, bottom right-hand corner, is from Be.Live. And we're looking at several different topics in the next 30 minutes. If you want to join me and ask questions, please do. And we'll get the show on the road in 10 seconds. Okay, countdown clock is working well. The view is from my window out towards neighbours' gardens. That is a live shot. You can see the breeze blowing the leaves in the trees. And it's a barn. Well, it's a bit muggy today, as you would say, because it's not bright sunlight. It is just muggy. But talking of light, what I need to do before we go any further is I need to load a piece of software, which I'm doing right now. It's when you're actually setting up for a show, you try to remember everything, but there's always something that you forget. And what I wanted to do was to actually switch on my Logitech Litra Glow light so I can actually be seen. Now, we've got something new today, which I'll come to, but just want to do a recap. You know that I broadcast to Amazon Live, and so does Nick, and so does Grant, so does Corinda, and Brigetti, Adair, and we enjoy it. But there's also now YouTube. YouTube have recently started. Oh, sorry. Welcome to the show. This is a live video sales training with Stephen. I've got so many things to talk about. I'm getting too excited. And we talk about, in this broadcast, we talk about marketing and live selling on Amazon Live, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And it's YouTube we're actually going to go to first. We're going to talk for a moment about selling on YouTube. Now, you've always been able to sell on YouTube. I'm not saying you haven't, but you've had to qualify to be able to sell on YouTube. Times are changing, and YouTube have now partnered with Spotify. Sorry, no, I keep saying that. Shopify. YouTube have partnered with Shopify, which means that Shopify users can now sell live on YouTube, which is a major step forward, because until now you've been on your own. Now you can go live on YouTube, and sellers need to meet YouTube's criteria. Now, this is the only sticking point that, as far as I've heard, I mean, YouTube, second largest search engine in the world after Google, of course. So to actually be live on there and get the SEO right means that you can reach the globe, literally, because it's not a closed shop. You don't have to be logged in to actually watch video. And people go to YouTube to watch video. An increasing number of people go to YouTube to watch live video. So it's, as live broadcasters, it's in our interest that this is successful. You can upload your Shopify store to YouTube, and it goes via Google to YouTube, and that means you've then got access to your full store. If anything changes on Shopify, YouTube will be updated automatically, and you can pin the products from your Shopify shop on your videos. So every video that you do on YouTube can have next to it something that people can like, subscribe, or buy. So there's integration between Shopify and YouTube. And it's going to be fascinating to see how this actually pans out. The question I've got at the moment is this one. And sellers need to meet YouTube criteria. And this, at the moment, would appear to be the big hurdle. Normally, when systems integrate, they sort of set the rules. And the current rules on YouTube, in order to sell on YouTube, you've got to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. In other words, you've got to be a partner on YouTube. Now, it's still unclear as to where Shopify sits in this. I've heard people say that to be a merchant on YouTube, you just need 1,000 subscribers, and then you go and click the link and you get over to YouTube or Shopify, and they say, right, okay, you need 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Okay, doable. And you also need to meet YouTube's partner criteria. Now, that's the 1,000 plus the 4,000 watch hours, and it's going to be it's going to be difficult, if not impossible, to actually get 4,000 watch hours for a shop unless you're highly successful, unless they're going for the creme de la creme. I mean, theoretically, this YouTube partnering with Shopify is open to everybody. If you've got a Shopify shop, paid shop, and it starts around about $19, then you can upload your shop to YouTube and you can go live, you can sell. But we're waiting on the criteria being made clear. Okay, if you know what you're going to do, all well and good. And I'd be love to hear from somebody who's already doing Shopify to YouTube. And if you'd like to come on the show to talk about it, then please do. Right, in other news this week, if I go over here and I go here and I go here, I'll take myself off solo first and repeat the exercise just a minute. So I'm going to hide the card. I'm going to switch that camera off, which brings everything back to me. When I switch my camera on, okay, so that's that. And then I'm going to go here and here and press this button. And theoretically, down in the carousel should be an image. Shall we bring that image on screen? 3, 2, 1. Okay, yesterday was Be.Live on Amazon, and apologies to Grant, but you can see Nick Wood, me, Daniel Meyer, and Grant Saunders were all live on the one and only Be.Live show yesterday, and hopefully down in the comments in a moment it will actually drop the link. Do I need to do anything? Just a minute. Let me come back here, take it off full screen. Okay, and I've got a comment coming in. And say hello to. Hey B, hello. Welcome again. This show is from Be.Live. I won't have the same problems as I had this morning. I know that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go side by side. I think I need to change my game. Just a minute. We'll get there in the end. It's a long time since I've actually done this. I want to change to there. I am there. Okay, I'll go back, apply, go back here and apply. Yeah, I'm just experimenting here. Let's hide that. Okay, and bring it up on screen again. Okay, now theoretically, this should post on Facebook, on YouTube, a direct link to the broadcast yesterday. It has, right, okay. Excellent. Okay, back to the story. The first ever Be.Live broadcast was on Amazon Live yesterday. Nick has been celebrating it, and the video is public on Amazon Live. So I thought I'd come along and speak a little bit about it. Broadcast for just over an hour on Amazon Live, hosted by Daniel Meyer, CEO of Be.Live, and Daniel was joined by Nick Wood, Grant Saunders and Stephen Healy, and the three of us are already insiders on Amazon Live, and we joined Daniel to talk about 3 products from our catalogue on a live broadcast, and it went exceedingly well. In actual fact, what I can do is I can go over here and bring this on screen. This is the broadcast from yesterday. Shall we listen to a little bit of it? If I switch my microphone off.
and was a spectacular success after it crashed.
Thank you so much, Stephen.
Book with animations on. Out of that comes a USB-C cable which comes straight into the computer, and then like the Be.Live software now recognizes it as a webcam, so you don't have to be really technically minded to make it work. But then you can do all sorts of switches and transitions on here as well, and it's not taking up too much of your bandwidth whilst that's happening. I'll show you the unit, because what's really clever, or one of the main selling points for me with this unit, is I have a mirrorless camera. I have another kind of event camera that I use. And for me to make those all work, I needed capture cards to change it from HDMI to USB.
Working out to have me in the center of the screen and to have, just watch that bit there. Yeah, that's privacy. The camera lens has turned itself into the body. There's no way that can be broadcasting at the moment. Watch it again and it will resume. But the thing is that if I come to me for a moment, I will come to me. I need to press the right button now. I don't know how you drive that Air 10 milligram. Basically, you have 3 presets, which means that you can set up, as I've done, for a feed for me, a feed for the desktop, and we're going to go out into the garden. Okay, and that's out into the garden. Now, the Be.Live 4K has not only 4K, right, back to me. Okay, so that was live yesterday. And just a note, we are live again next Monday. And if you click the link, which has been posted on Facebook or YouTube, we'd be grateful if you can actually follow the account. Most helpful. We're live again next week, 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. in the UK. Same team, different products. And it was a learning experience on yesterday, but a very good one on Monday. And we're looking forward to being live again and talking about Amazon products. So step by step. So it's great to broadcast with Daniel and with Grant and with Nick. We're quite a team together and enjoy each other's company, and the broadcast went very well and was well received, and we're grateful for the support of the Be.Live team who came and cheered us on. If you want to cheer us on next week, then hopefully you will be able to do so. But I want to say thank you for actually watching me live now. Just a reminder, this is live videos. I'm trying to go here, is live video sales for Stephen. So we've looked at Shopify and YouTube. That's one to watch. And Be.Live are, let's just again bring it on screen, hide that and bring it back again. Just if you just started watching us, then I just need to find something. Okay, it's down in my carousel. I know it is. I just put it there. But as Lena said, I've got so much in my carousel that it's sometimes difficult to actually find it. So I'm going to bring it on screen again. Okay, and that should post the link again. So that's the link that's being posted in relation to Be.Live on Amazon Live. Okay, so if you're watching now, click that link. You can watch the replay. And if you like, you can actually follow as well. That would be good. In fact, I've got a little widget over here. And if I go full screen here, it's not in my head over there. You can actually follow Be.Live on Amazon Live just by clicking the link that's on Facebook and YouTube now. One day we'll have links on LinkedIn. That would be good, wouldn't it? Links on LinkedIn. It's on the way. I know it is. It's just a question of when. And that will make life a lot easier because we'll be able to show LinkedIn comments and post to LinkedIn as well. Two-way traffic, hopefully, fingers crossed. All right, just a note, I'm live at 4 o'clock today, 11 a.m. Eastern, on Amazon Live with my regular show. I'm just going to take that off, but do follow if you can. And we'll be looking at everything that's in my carousel now. If I load a piece of software, I'm going to just go into something. When I'm on Amazon Live, if I want to show a product on screen, yeah, this is a Microsoft Arc mouse, I cannot use a green screen. So what I did was, well, I'll show you what I did. If I can use the mouse to find out, we can go here and here. The software will take a second to load. Okay, once it's loaded, the lights have changed. Let's switch the light off and on again so I come back to me. Okay. If I zoom out, you may think I've got a brick wall behind me, but if I zoom out once, twice, and go 90 degrees, this is what my office actually looks like. And I've been using this now for the last 3 months for broadcasting on Amazon Live. And I don't want all my books and my old computers showing. So what I do is I use the software that's supplied with the Logitech Brio and just zoom in until I get to the stage where I'm happy on camera. So I've had to use this backdrop to present on Amazon Live, because if you've just got a green backdrop, it's not very exciting. As I say, I can't use background removal software. I'll show you for why. I can't use background removal software with this. Let's just do this live. Okay, and I'll try and explain what I'm doing. Okay, so give me a second. I'm just going over there and it should load in a second. And I'm going to go to resized. How come you can't find things when you're live? Let's try that one. Okay, so I'm going to bring a backdrop in. It's not the best in the world, but it will get a point across. I should have a backdrop in a second. Okay, be worth waiting for. Okay, it will be here. Should be back. I am back. Okay, so I've now got a backdrop, but it's overlaid on top of my brick wall, which means that it's good, but it's not perfect. Okay, and the other thing I said earlier, as soon as I've got a green screen, in effect, you can't see the mouse now. There is no way you can see that mouse unless I have it directly in front of me. As soon as I put it into the background, it disappears. So that's why when I'm on Amazon Live and when presenting on Amazon Live, we simply can't have backdrops. Now, so I'm going to take that off. But with a brick wall, I can show objects. There's no problem with that at all. But as we've just seen, my backdrop is on a green screen. It's actually shaped like a green screen. And when I zoom in, of course, I've set it up so that it does look like I've got a brick wall. But this is not ideal. So being delivered by Amazon today is a backdrop stand, which is about 6 foot high, 5 foot wide. And this backdrop behind me will go onto the backdrop stand, and I can wheel it in and wheel it out whenever I want to go live. It's actually going to be in my carousel today. So if you want to follow the journey, I'm waiting for the backdrop stand to arrive, and then Angelica and I will get together and assemble it, and then it'll be in use from tomorrow. And that means that I can switch between having a green screen and having a physical backdrop wall, because once I've got that sorted out, then there are three. I've got one backdrop on order, which is a wall with splashes of paint on it, which I'm quite looking forward to using. And I've got a beach scene in Hawaii, and I've got a Wild West town. I'm even thinking of getting the Stetson for the Wild West one. You never know. Okay, so going over, I've gone there, and Be.Live are on Amazon Live, and the team are Daniel, Grant, Nick, and Stephen. And Grant, Nick, and I are already Amazon insiders, been broadcasting there for quite a time. Had a wonderful broadcast with Nick yesterday with the movie quiz. And it's just the best place to broadcast at the moment. Amazon Live is the best place to broadcast. If you want to know how to broadcast on Amazon Live, then just send me a message. So that's the backdrop taken care of. I'm just working through topics here. And if you have any questions at all, if you're watching live, thank you. Especially if you're watching live on LinkedIn. I can't see you until after this live broadcast is over. So if you do want to comment, please do, and I'll catch up with your comments after this live broadcast. I can stop my screen share now. I can, yeah, I'm live on the website. Let's just go over to the website. So I'm going over to, if I could type, yeah, I'm going over there. And I'm going to close that, come back to me. So I'm just setting something up, which should be with us in a moment. I'm just waiting for the screen and go to blogs. Yeah. And oh, that's YOLOcast. That was studio testing. All right, hang on. I need to go back to the front page. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Okay, so we are today, if I go screen share here and go screen share over here, Web Talks Live, and I can bring that into my studio and bring it up on screen. Okay, so we are live on the website. I'm going to scroll down, and this is the way things are going to go for the rest of 2022 and 2023. There are more and more people actually providing the ability to go live on your website. And I've been testing out, I'll just come back to me. There's no sound from that, is there? I've been, and go side by side. So say goodbye to Grant and Daniel and Nick and go picture in picture. We're going to get the infinity effect in a minute, but I'll go with this. Not that way around. That way around is good. Okay, so there's, and we've got infinity. Okay, no, we haven't. Okay, so this broadcast is actually live on the web, and this is the way marketing is going to go, is to attract people to your website and market from your website rather than marketing on Facebook or YouTube. This is under your control. This is your turf. When you go live on your website, you're not working for Facebook, you're not working for YouTube, you are working for yourself. And that's why going live on your website is important. Now, there are ingredients to actually do this. I'm going picture in picture, so I'll come back to me. In order to broadcast onto your website, you do need an HTML5 player. Now, we know that I use OneStream, and that's what I was using there. We know that Restream do it, but there is a new entrant, and I'm going to go here. I'm going to type it in. And spell it be good. Just let me make sure I can spell. And show that on screen. There is a new CDN, Content Delivery Network, which started 2 weeks ago, called YOLO Live. Now, we know YOLO from the YOLO Box and the YOLO Box Mini, and they've now got their own HTML5 web player. And I checked it out last week, and it is good. Okay, you can broadcast into you've got to have a studio, Be.Live or Be.Live primarily. You can broadcast from Be.Live to YOLO Live, and then YOLO Live will broadcast out to your website. But there is a difference. And if I go here, just let me go to webcasts and go to blogs and show you the difference. Okay, if I go here, hopefully, and it's taking a second to load. Yeah, it's there. Okay, so let's share screen again, and I'll show you YOLO Live. So, screen share. A bit orange in this, but don't worry about that. The lighting wasn't good. But if I share that, come back to my studio and go over here. Hang on. Let's do that again, because I had 2 screen shares going. You should know how screen shares going. So over to the Chrome tab, and we can now see, if I bring it up on screen. Okay, this is YOLOcast, YOLO Live, YOLOcast, YOLO Box, YOLO. And basically, I went live in a test last week. And the thing is, the beauty of this is that, first of all, you can see it's got built-in comments. But in addition to that, once the broadcast is over, you've got the replay. Come back to something which is approaching reasonable. So I'm live there. Good. Okay. I'm not live over on, and I'm live. All right. Okay. Well, it works. Not too much latency. If I refresh this page, then it may work. Okay. Still don't know why I'm so red. My other camera's not red. Let's go here. And I need to start the software. Just a second. For my second camera, which is an HubSpot Tiny. The number of people investing in web technology is growing all the time. And now we've got YOLO Live, we've got Restream, we've got OneStream, and we've got Caster.io. And the ability to broadcast live to your website and sell, the number of companies actually involved in that is actually increasing. So I'm going to stop screen share and come back to me. So we live in fascinating times, all sorts going on at every single broadcasting company you can think of. I'm trying to keep on top of things that interest me. If you hear anything interesting, which I'm sure you will, then please do get in touch. Okay, this has been Stephen live on Be.Live talking about YouTube and Shopify, talking about Be.Live on Amazon Live, talking about the changes I'm making to my studio. I'm getting a stand for my backdrops to go on, which will give me my green screen back. And we've been talking about YOLO Live, which is the latest entry into the web player scenario where you can go live on your website. I'll perhaps do a program about that at some point. But I want to say a big thank you for actually watching live. If you're catching this on the replay, thank you. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye for now.